Ever since I first told people that I wanted to be a filmmaker, I've always gotten a lot of interesting responses to it. For all the support I got, I ended up getting just as much criticism. People telling me that it wasn't a real job or that I would never make any money at it. And they have a point. It is a tough industry to get into, yet there are still many of us who are united with this same dream. So I decided to talk to some of my fellow film students and see what they had to say about their experiences and why they want to be filmmakers. What do you love about making movies?
That's a big question.
It's because no other industry will have me.
It's just working together with so many people to kind of build this vision that you've had, or like working to build someone else's vision.
They always express how people really feel.
Even though it's the same skills, it's different every single day. It's adventure, but it's kind of safe adventure.
It's just so fun, I guess, would be the main reason.
It's the ability to let out your creativity, but also create a world that you are entirely in control of.
Yeah. You done with the bit?
Yeah. Katie, you know how much weight is this tape? Let's show you guys.
I'm building the Arkle Storp.
It is the Kallax.
I have no idea what it is. I built this guy. I didn't build this one. I built this guy. And then we're hiding them behind the curtain. Hopefully that keeps them nice and clean, because a lot of the stuff they're returning.
Okay.
So
You're gonna return it after you're done?
Yep, because I can't afford it, nor can I afford any of this.
We went majorly over our budget, which is fun.
For whatever reason, our culture, North American culture, puts so much reverence on film that, for the most part, people don't know how movies are made.
I think people in general just don't know how much work goes into filmmaking. Like every aspect has dozens, hundreds, maybe, I guess if there's lots of extras, like thousands of people that goes into it, and they don't really realize it. So I think that's interesting, and they kind of take it for granted and pay their, their little ticket and go watch a movie.
Well, I'm focusing all my energy on your film and all of my. I get you to put the love, and I just want to. Top one. Angle it.
There's struggles too. A lot of the times you'll have a dream for the way something should be, and then you get on set and you just can't get it.
And try that one. This is so uneven. It looks so uneven in the eye. I think it's just the red and how deep it is red. Yeah, well the red's gonna be brighter. 20, so that's double the light.
The lights?
We have that line.
So we've decided to cut the other light.
The 1K, yeah.
I liked it better when they were.
The problem is then it's 80-foot candles, 40-foot candles.
Oh.
And 40 is always already considered a good exposure, probably.
Okay. I just think it looks too dull now.
With film, there's so many other factors you have to keep in mind, like aperture, lighting, and all that stuff. Like,
How do you feel when you get a shot and it turns out well? Like, do you get more excited?
I get very excited. No, it did. Filmed it, and then we saw it afterwards, and we just got so giddy. It was just like, I was like, oh my god. It's very fulfilling. Yeah. You know what I feel excited about? Coming up with an idea, starting off on paper, and seeing it come to life. I mean, forget about what the film is about. I mean, just in general, just in terms of the process of going from scratch, nothing, to a full-on.
It's like literally making a dream come true.
It is, man.
What do people say when you tell them what you do?
I try not to tell them.
Generally, it's like, oh, good for you. Going after what you want. But I can see through that facade. I know you're thinking, dear God, this girl's gonna not have any money. And I think there's people who are thinking, wow, you're having fun, but later you should go back and be a teacher or an engineer.
They just wait till they're walked away from me to laugh at me and ridicule. it's hard work when you're doing it. This is a really amazing thing that I'm doing. It's a really cool industry to be in, but it's still like equal parts hard work. People who say that it's not hard work are sadly mistaken.
It's very mechanical. I hate that, and that's not pleasant, and that's a lot like working in a factory.
I'd like it if people would, sort of think of those people and think, yeah, this is a real world thing that you can make money at.
It's like overworking. If your set's like, I kind of, let's say, guilty as charged, my set kind of went like over by 2 to 3 hours.
It is 11:35 and we're still filming and I'm tired and we want to go home. Yeah.
The other weekend, I think over the course of 2 days, I got like an hour of sleep.
It's a hard industry where a lot of people are like, oh, showbiz, so cool, I'll come out and do it for free. And like, they don't realize that this is work. It's not like a fun, happy movie set that you see on TV. It's literally hours and hours of hard work and like throwing your back out painting walls, and like it has to happen fast, and like it's really hard work.
Have you ever had someone watch a movie you worked on? And
Yeah, I have. It was great. I worked on fourth year one last year, Shattered and Sundered, and I've had like a lot of people be like, oh, the art looks so cool, and like.
And that makes it, that feeling you get, that makes it worth all the work.
Yeah,
and the stress.
absolutely. It makes all the work and stress. You're like, if you have something that you can be proud of at the end of the day, then all your work and stress it's paid off.
The absolute best feeling I had because of that film was when everyone just erupted in applause at the end. That was probably one of the best feelings I've ever had in my life.
You get to open different parts of your mind. When I look at myself, I think definitely I've seen a change.
It challenges you. And I think through that, I get to know myself a little bit more, who I am or who I'm not.
Sure, there are like firemen and lawyers and doctors and things like that, but what do they go home to and relax with? They have a favorite TV show that makes them happy. And so there are a bunch of people that are needed to make those things. And if we can make everyone's world happy, if that's my job, that's a pretty good job, and I think that's just as viable as any other career.
If I gave you $100 million right now, what kind of movie would you make?
Maybe I think I'd make a James Bond movie.
A movie I want to make about Einstein making a time machine that sends a Mossad agent back in time like 5 or 6 years to kill Hitler. It's a lot of kung fu and stuff, and it's very serious.
I would definitely do porn with me as the main actor. Just use the money as a pretext to get lots of stuff. Maybe on the moon or something. I mean.